Hey, yo, it's Desla. Listen to the Respirators podcast, and I'm personally waiting patiently for the counter to UND. It's got to be coming soon, man. It's got to.
All right, welcome to the Rising Rush podcast. We talk everything Dragon Ball Legends related, such as news, meta, hot takes, you name it. I'm your host, A-Town, alongside our co-hosts, Opsto, Desla, and Glow. And we're going to kick things off with the weekly reset as of January the 15th of 2025. First things first, we are smack dab in the after party for Legends Fest. So we got a slew of events to go with that, such as the Legends Step Up Hope Passed On to the Future, featuring the Trunks Gohan and also the Powerful Opponent 18. That's going to be live through the 5th of February of 2025. We've also got some Chrono Crystal Seals reset, so if you're going to summon for the banner or just skip, it's good to stack up as we approach towards the new banners and such. We've got the After Party Raid that is also live through the 29th of January, so go ahead and collect that CC and all the materials for that. We've also got the After Party Duel for PvP that was also reset, and it looks like it is only a 2-week PvP season, thank God. That's going to be going on through the 28th of January. There's another event, Is There Anyone Who Can Beat Me, which is the Hercule event. That's going to be live through the 30th of January. We've got the After Party Super Login bonuses that'll be going on through the 29th of January as well, so make sure you log in every day for that. The Daima Runner-Up gift is available as usual due to the episodes of Daima that's airing right now on every week. We've got the Co-op Reset featuring a new equipment for Future. That's going to be going on through the 28th of January, so make sure you pick that up if you're a Future main or you want to use the Trunks and the Gohan. We've got Guild Battle news, which is supposed to be expected to drop either sometime at the end of January or sometime in February. Don't hold your breath. We'll see if they actually drop that update or not. We've got the Adventures reset, which is the Legends Winter Adventures. That's going to be going on until the 12th of February. Tournament of Power also resets, so collect that CC. And then we've also got the Zenkai Rush Space Time Rush that is also reset as well. So with all of the news that's been going on with Battle Hour, I know everybody's been super excited to see how that was going to go down. Unfortunately, on the main page on Twitter and other social media accounts for Dragon Ball Legends, they did release an official statement that they will be canceling the event due to the California fires. So, for the listeners who are located in California, I hope you guys are safe and sound. Hopefully you guys have your stuff in your house and you're not affected by the fires. And those who are affected by the fires, our prayers are with you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to, rebuild, and hopefully your family is safe.
My prayers and condolences to all of those affected by the fire. I kind of know what it's like to kind of be displaced from a home before due to a natural disaster. And I feel for all of you, and I'm wishing y'all the best and supporting y'all through it all.
My sincere condolences.
Just thoughts and prayers. I know it's obviously not easy to, deal with the aftermath of a natural disaster, especially if it, destroys a lot of keepsakes and things that you can't replace, obviously. So, definitely hearts out to them for sure. And hopefully they can rebound sooner rather than later and get back to some kind of normality.
Good deal. And, I know there's other different donation events and stuff going on in California. So, don't let your pride hold you back. Definitely reach out for assistance if need be, just to make sure that you guys get the support that you need to get back on your feet, get some shelter and other goods and services to help you in this time of need. I'll take a look and see if we can find anything to post on the description box below if you guys want to donate to any of the events or the organizations below. I'll make sure to put some good ones instead of just some random ones. That way, if you guys want to contribute, you have the ability to do so. But now just moving on to the Battle Hour expectations of what they could have released, because we just got a LF this week, being the Trunks and the Gohan with the succession mechanic. Just to speak just a little bit, do you guys think we're going to get anything this weekend since Battle Hour is canceled? Or do you think they're going to hold that off? We'll start off with you, Desla. What do you think?
For me, I'm kind of in the boat where honestly the most I'd expect, if anything, is probably just an LF Zenkai announcement and then maybe like a teaser that either an LF is coming the week after or an Ultra or something.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously wouldn't show who it is because that'd be kind of whack to just reveal the whole ass unit like 2 weeks before they come out. So that's, not really the move, I think. But as far as for that anyway, I think that all you would have really expected if it were to actually have been hosted was just the LF Zenkai for this week coming up and then a teaser for a new LF or Ultra coming at the end of the month. That's really about it.
For sure. And I think what the last battle hour, didn't they release the Ultra Green Goku Black? Is that what they released last time or no? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So possibly we can get another Ultra that gets released. Hopefully it's Ultra Cell. I know Opsto, you've been wanting them Android buffs coming. It looks like we're slowly getting the sprinkles of that. But we're going to segue to you. Do you think they're going to drop any Android related buffs on the social media page on the Battle Hour weekend that got canceled, or you think they're going to hold off?
I think they're gonna either hold off or they're gonna like tease the tag droid Zenkai, which I think is like almost absolutely coming next
Mm-hmm.
week. It's a coin flip between them and Future Gohan.
Oh,
But
future Gohan.
I think it makes more sense to do the tag droids because of the thing about it is that if you look through 18's kit, she really wants any 17,
Mm-hmm.
and the newest 17 unit we got was last year, like at the same time.
Mm.
So it's a little whack, and not only that, but if we look historically, they don't really like come out with a new unit and then Zenkai like the older version of that unit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like if we look at the anniversary, we got Fusing Gogeta, and then they Zenkai the Broly, who was their counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, based on that, it would make more sense to do the tag droids.
It does. And I know people have been saying previously that the tag droids would help, put the meta back on its 2 feet, just getting rid of all these pesky yellows. Do you think it's going to cause a crazy meta shift with that, tag droids getting to Zenkai? Because
Oh, it would certainly help, but we're in the yellow Reich right now. We need more than just one consistently good red.
that is true. We we definitely need reds all over the place to kind of kill the Ultra Majin Vegeta, because let's face it, we're all tired of this guy. He needs to go and disappear forever. But what about you, Glow? What do you think is going to be dropping within the next week or so? Do you think they're going to drop that preview of the tag droids, or you think it's going to be something else?
I think it's going to be an LF Zenkai, and the three options, honestly, are LF Yellow Future Gohan, LF Red Tag Droids, or LF Cell, the purple one, the OG one.
Now I
I
know,
think, because correct me if I'm wrong, Future Gohan and Trunks, that catch on Succession, not Revive, right?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Cell is a lower option. Honestly, if they do Future Gohan, they kind of just say, hey, Yellow's already strong. Let's Zenkai Future Gohan now while Hybrids is already up. It'll
Also, fuck
essentially be
Goku
like,
Black.
yeah, essentially Goku Black, and it'll essentially be another purple Goten situation that, hey, the tag's already strong. Let's just Zenkai this guy and get him out of the way. Or if they do tag droids, I think tag droids is honestly better for the meta because it'll help deal with Gotenks, it'll help deal with Daimaku, it'll help deal with Majin Vegeta, it'll help deal with Godku, who didn't need to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Um it'll do, and it'll even keep in the fact that like, hey, hybrids is getting like better. Yeah, sort of hope and Ultra Gohan and all time will still be like threatened by it. Ge- uh uh, it'll definitely take this man Rose out of everyone's honorable mentions because he never should even be touching no one's top 10.
Oh man.
So I think tag droids is probably the most likely thing that we're gonna get next week. But Future Gohan's still on the table.
Now, I know with the other recommendations such as the Cell and the Future Gohan, both of them already got their unique equips. Do you think the devs
Mhm.
are going to fumble Zenkaiing this unit and hold back like they did the Blue Bros, or are they going to go all in?
I think there is a chance they fumble with tag droids, mostly because the devs have always been very. They've always been very. What's the word?
Cautious?
Yeah,
Hesitant.
they've always been cautious of units that have like permanent endurance null. They were like that with Alefza,
Mm-hmm.
the yellow one. They were like that with Rose. There's a reason why you don't see units come out now that just naturally have it like them. Like I think we need more units like that, but the reality is those guys are like relics of the past. That's
Yeah.
like permanent endurance null is something we're never going to see again, just unconditionally. Because what 18 needs a 17 to have it permanently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so odds are if tag droid if droid ends up getting that, then yeah, it'll help the tag dramatically. But at the same time, I'm like, there's also another thing too, but this is a bit off of a tangent, but on point with it. But like we're getting with GB being Zenkai'd, the oldest non-LF to be like not Zenkai'd right now is Revhan. We're starting to get to the point where a lot of these like LFs, honestly, if you give them like a Godku level plat, they hop back in the meta.
Yeah. Do you think the Revza or the Revival Gohan would even pop back in the meta if they gave him something like that? Because I feel like
If if Revival Gohan, if Revhan even got that, like nah, Revhan has bigger issues. A plat won't say Revhan.
He's
100%.
too
A
old.
plat won't say. He's too old. He's
yeah.
the only LF left right now in this current meta. Within the current game, he's the only non-Zenkai LF that cannot be saved with a plat. He needs a Zenkai.
Well, let's see if the devs actually decide to do something like that. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope they fumble the future Gohan Zenkai just so he can just Zenkai buff the transforming Goku Black. I know a lot of community members are like, "Nah, the dude's trash. He's not even honorable mentions." But I'm telling you, y'all just gotta believe the sauce. He's actually good. You just got to learn how to get around his gauge. When you get around the gauge, it's all right. It's all good in the hood.
Yeah, Eitan,
Yeah.
I got bad news for you. They're not gonna fumble a Gohan. It's
Especially
not
the
happening.
like, especially that Gohan. This is the Gohan that's like the character with the best aging, like lengthwise.
Mm-hmm.
Like top three best aging units have been this future Gohan, the OG Yellow Perfect Cell, and like Pan and MVP 17. Those four had the best aging in this entire game.
So then I guess we'll have to see if they decide to move in that direction. I do feel like Tag Droids has that leg up just because of the 18's kit, which we're gonna get into a little bit of more detail. Because I mean, without that, you're stuck with Super 17, and I mean he's good, but I feel like he's not enough
He's
for
fragile.
yeah. You touch him once, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, like offensively, Super 17 is still as oppressive as ever, but it's like, yeah, bro, like he can't even eat a hit. Like he dead needs like triple Zenkai buff to even tank, and
Wild.
that's even remotely tank.
Well, we'll have to see exactly what they decide to drop, and hopefully with the tag droids, they do make them tanky and give them all of the requested buffs that they need, such as reducing sub count on Rising Rush, possibly even removing buffs, some power down. I feel like power down is now like the premium buffs or kit wise that they decide to throw on certain units because with the Trunks and Gohan, they don't have any power down in the kit, which again we'll get more in detail of their full breakdown. But let's go actually move on to this 18 though and get straight into it. So all right, so let's go ahead and start off with you, Desla. Like, have you summoned for this? Have you summoned for this 18? And if so, like, what do you think of the overall kit? Is she an important part to androids? You feel like?
Um, I mean, my personal viewpoint, I really can't speak from much experience because I haven't used Androids proper since probably the 5th anniversary. I'll be so for real
Get
with
on
you.
that.
Yeah, well, when your team gets, more than just 1%, so I'll
Oh,
think
now
about it.
you come back. Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I had to take
Yeah.
out the trash because they don't have
Yeah,
hands.
take out the trash can trash. Yeah. Anyway, but no. Like for me, it really just boils down to the fact that yeah, it's cute. She has the nullified endurance effect, but again, if they don't Zenkai the tag androids, then who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to run a unit that's knocking on a year old with her to have her be even remotely impactful. That's kind of just how I view it, and unfortunately, like that one Zenkai is make or break. If they don't do it, then she's fucking forgotten.
Damn.
So is what it is.
I mean, even then, with the overall kit wise, like her defensive stats aren't really anything to be slept on, and for her being a good support, she's doing a lot of like interesting things. First off, she gets def buffs to the team, so that's always great to see. And then paired with a 17, which again, hopefully the tag droids get that Zenkai so they can dual endurance units that runs the field. She'll also have that too. And then with the additional support capabilities while she switched on to standby with the allies when the activation switch or resets when an ally switch, like that's really unique. We don't really see that too often. So I wonder if they're going to try to use different mechanics when playing off support units or even other main striker blast units to activate their effect conditions versus as soon as you enter the battlefield, everything kind of just happens and it just plays by itself. So definitely curious to see how that's going to go. And then with her being a powerful opponent, I mean, yeah, you want to run her with powerful opponent androids, but if it's just like a full android team, like, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that plays out. But Opso, we got to go to you, man, because you're the android king out here. What is your full overall assessment for this Android 18? What stars you got her at?
I have her at 8 right now.
All right. Do you think eight's like a good number for her to get her full capabilities, or do you think she's star dependent?
Well, I mean, in this day and age, you might as well get every unit you can to 9-star. Like in higher level PvP, you really want to get units to 9-star. But as of right now, because of boost, she is doing fine.
Nice. And then with her being a support unit, do you think she fits more on blast androids or strike androids?
She can work on both, but one thing a lot of people don't remember about her is that with every blast she uses and lands, she gives the entire team 10% blast damage as well on top of the support she's already giving. So it's going to be more blast, but you can still run her on strike. But a big thing that she was doing for androids is that there's not a lot of androids that actually draw cards when they come in. And that's what 18 provides. And that is incredibly important for units like Super 17 that really want to use a card as soon as possible so they can get their entire ball rolling.
That is true. And with the support that she's providing when she switches out, is it noticeable?
Well, I mean, her support is not like that. She innately just gives 10%, and then every time someone uses a card, they get another 10% and stacks up to 30. So in total, that's 40. And yeah, that is impactful.
Very nice, very nice. And I think she also heals on while she's on standby, right?
She heals when she switches out, and she heals when an ally uses a card. And she gets 3% every time an ally uses a card twice, and then you switch out to another ally, she gets even more healing.
Wow.
So she can heal a lot.
I know that's going to throw...
The way Androids is as a team, because it's going to be very weird to run her on just a pure PO setup, because she really wants to be ran with a 17. So she's more often going to be ran on PO, or I mean Androids. And the thing about it is because of how many old archaic Android units there are, it's incredibly hard to actually get her full capabilities to actually shine. So I see her more as a investment right now.
I see. And then as for the team comp for this Android or for the Android 18, I know we just got Celza for the Legends Fest. Would they make the team comp, or or do they just not fit?
Oh, you certainly can use them. I haven't tried them with her yet, but you certainly can.
Interesting.
I think it would be very, very helpful to Celza because of a big problem I ran into with Celza was the fact that they don't draw a card when they come in. Even when you you use a blast and then you sub it into them to try to continue the combo, a lot of times, even when you tag switch to the other character, they won't draw a card even though they have a 2x card draw speed. So it's very difficult to even get the seal off because you want to use a card and then get the seal.
I see.
But her providing a card is immensely helpful. Oh my god, it's so helpful. That alone makes her worth it.
Interesting. And I wonder though, when switching units, do tag units also count with her ally ability on the healing, from the tag?
I don't
switch?
know because I haven't used a tag unit yet with her, so okay. I wouldn't know.
That would be really interesting if the tag switch also works with the support.
Like I said on Twitter yesterday, if Androids does get the Tag Droid Zenkai and Ultra Cell within the next 1 to 2 months, then Androids is a real threat. And it's not if you compare the Tag Droids to Full Power Frieza and Rose need infinitely more in their kit than what they got. They needed infinitely more, whereas if you compare the Tag Droids to where they are today, they don't need nearly as much. They just need a very small things and just better numbers. That's it.
Just that extra fluff to give them that bulk that they need.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the case with the Blue Beast, where if Blue Beast just had better numbers, he'd be number 1 again. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but he just needs better numbers with the Tag Droids.
Man, it sounds like with the way things are going, the Tag Droids are about to get those better numbers, and all you yellows out there, y'all better watch out because shit's about to get dangerous. But I also was thinking about what other units androids would need just to kind of survive in this meta. We have this 18 that support. If they do Zenkai the Tag Droids, that's another offensive unit that will be able to deal with endurance-based units. Would the third have to be either endurance or some kind of comeback mechanic to...
I'm hoping I'm hoping that androids at some point, if it's Ultra Cell, I hope he's kind of like Turles,
Mm.
where he doesn't have to be ultra offensive, but he just has to be annoying and really defensive, as well as like super disruptive. And by disruptive, I mean sealing cards, because at the current moment, there's still a lot of units in the meta that just combo forever and forever and forever, and you can't do anything to stop them.
Yeah.
And
I'm,
the only way to stop them is with sealing cards.
I mean, at this point, that's literally the only way, or cost up if they're not already immune to something like that. But I was thinking if they do decide to make the Ultra Cell, it's going to have some type of like comeback mechanic similar to what Frieza got, where Cell gets defeated and then you just see a puff of smoke and then a beam comes out of the smoke where like he shoots Trunks straight in the chest. That'd actually be kind of fire if they decide to do that.
It would be hilarious.
Boy getting shish kebabbed.
Literally.
A funny thing I thought of with Cell is imagine if that's actually his intro.
Of what? Trunks getting boomed?
No, not just Trunks, but the enemy unit.
That'd be dope.
So they take damage and they're immobilized like the old Red Cell green card.
Off
That'd
rip?
be insanely
Oh my
toxic,
God.
but it'd be hilarious.
That would be extremely toxic.
It'd be hilarious.
But I think we got this a good assessment for this 18. So we'll have to see what other tools androids decide to get between now and then, because again, they haven't really been touched all of 2024 until towards the end. So definitely hopeful of them getting the support we need to kind of do a meta shift. But Glow, I gotta hear your take on this. What do you think of the Android 18? Is she providing enough support? Is her stats misleading? Like what's going on with her stats here?
I think she's a good unit. Stat wise, it's okay. But I think the big thing to remember is they're very lucky that Android means are very lucky that she got the PO tag. The fact that she got the PO tag means she's auto gets 2 optimal Zenkai benches on a PO team with the yellow Super Saiyan Broly and Final Form LF Frieza Zenkai. So just automatically she gets access to 2 Zenkai buffs and one of them being an HP buff. Like that's already like amazing for her.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding her kit, it's like Opso said, she gives good support. She gives a card on entry, which a lot of units really want that. I think the biggest flaw, obviously, with her is that she requires a 17, and the writing on the wall reads tag droid Zenkai, and to me, until that actually happens, they're kind of cooked. She won't be top 10 until that happens, and if it happens, I think she has a solid chance for top 10 if androids gets like a third unit.
Yeah.
And the unit I'd want androids to get, now mind you, this is just me being selfish as a movies main because of
Yes.
because of the
Yes.
new succession thing we've
Yes.
seen. I'm thinking tag 14 and 15 that succeeds into a super 13.
I want that so bad, man. That would be so fun.
Like succession now gives us like a big avenue to a lot of moments in the series. Like we could honestly get a even that like oof, you could even get like what's a good one we could get? Like you could even
16
get
in your Gohan.
yeah, or even like a Goku and Krillin from Namek, or even a Piccolo and Krillin from Namek that succeeds into a Super Saiyan Goku. Like there's a lot of things we now have like access to.
Mm. Yeah, I can definitely see like the Krillin going into Succession into Goku and then Krillin just blowing up. Now that we can see that the devs are pushing barriers here, they really might go all out on these animations once like the RAM requirements come into play. I can see some crazy shit like really pushing barriers. Like, and we'll talk more about the Trunks and Gohan because, man, like I ain't gonna lie, like my eyes got watery when I saw that trailer at the end. I was like, yo, why they put this in the game? Ain't this for kids? Like, what the heck is going on here? But
I saw all that. My first thought process was, so this where y'all fucking budget went.
all the marbles went into that basket. But I mean, this could be the start of the new year. We got to see what else they about to drop. There's no way they're gonna be slacking between now and then.
You better hope.
Well, I mean, as for the overall assessment for this 18, she's very interesting on how she applies to support with the units. Definitely curious to see on how tag units apply her support. If the tag switch also activates the heals and such for her, that's going to be insane, where she's going to be doing a bunch of healing on standby. And then also with the support that she's giving, the teaming up with the Android 17 and being able to nullify endurance. That's uncancelable So all the other units that wipe buffs on Rush, that won't matter because she'll just be able to do that. And then also her being a powerful opponent that opens up the avenue, just like Glow said, for some optimal, really optimal Zenkai buffers. So definitely thumbs up from my side of things. Now let's go ahead and move on to the prime time unit here. The Truhan, or Trunks and Gohan, or as Opsto likes to call it. I'll let you call it Opsto because that shit was hilarious.
Tom Hanks, because some people are calling them Go Hanks.
We got Tom Hanks, aka Go Hanks. So we'll go start off with you, Glow. Have you summoned for this unit or got any stars
Hell
on?
no.
No?
Not, not my unit, not my tag. But I love this moment.
Oh man.
I can't be too mad. But I will say, the big thing about this unit right now is that I won't even lie to you, bro. The animations are beautiful, but it feels like a more modern version of like Revival Frieza to me.
You get the
Like that, I get the vibe that they want to just be a standard endurance unit for their teams, but like they do their job so well. It's not even like funny, bro.
I see that. Like with the amount of damage that these guys are doing, and then also the heals too from the switching and buff wipes, which is also useful
Hmm.
because of Ultra Gohan that's just bending the whole meta over with the special beam cannon. It seems they're able to hold their own, and then also being coded as the succession. I think we talked about this earlier. Tell us a little bit more
Hmm.
about that succession mechanic.
So at this current moment, Succession is basically revival, but it's a way for them to put revival on tag units. It basically is revival because the way it works functionally is the exact same as revival. Revival is you allowing one character to become another, and it's done usually through obviously getting KO'd, and the way to stop is typically through self destruct. Same way that Succession is done is that a character dies, and but this time instead of becoming a new character, my assumption is that one of the characters on that tag unit will then become a powered up version of their character. Hence why this one becomes Trunks, goes from base to then Super Saiyan, and they're going to adopt one color of that tag unit. The big thing to note about Succession is mostly that because it's classified as a new mechanic, units like the funny thing is units like what's his name? Blue Bears, the first one, he's essentially now like only a good against revives. And if Successions become more popular, then he's just gonna age even worse, even though he's already, aged out the meta. Now it's gonna be to the point where like the only way he comes back is if they forcibly make, Zenkai as a thing again. So
Interesting.
it's one of those interesting things that actually hold on. Because I know I'm reading now. Beer says nullifies enemy revives when health reaches zero effects. If this attack causes enemy health to reach zero. How is succession worded before I say anything?
From what I see, Succession is worded when own health reaches zero, Super Saiyan Gohan Trunks Youth changes into Trunks Youth with 80% health and transform into Super Saiyan. If own health reaches zero due to enemy self destruct attack, this character will be defeated.
Yeah, that self destruct bit is the same thing revive has, but because it doesn't say revive, because it says transforms, I want to see. Do they have another revive unit on a revival on that banner? They
On this
do, but like
banner,
it's gonna be like one of the older 1%. Let me look at Revza. Revza's description is yeah, revives with 70% HP. Yeah. Because it's described as a transformation instead, units that do anti-revive stuff will not affect them. So even units that get effects by like popping a revive won't affect these guys. It's essentially like comeback. It's like comeback. It's a better revive.
okay. So then, literally, the only other unit that can stop him is the old Zenkai Android 16 with the self destruct.
Yeah, any unit with self destruct now beats them. But it's like I don't like how it is. I don't like succession because succession to me just feels like a lazy way of them to say like, hey, here's a new mechanic, and I'm like, we already rehashed revival and comeback. This is just another rehashed version of it. So like,
It
but
sounds
unit
like
wise, now go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, like it sounds like the anti-reviving units are slowly being power crept where their effects are barely used on any of the meta relevant units. Like just looking
Mhm.
back at the last revival unit that we got, it's been a little bit. Like we got a couple of comebacks, we got indestructible, and now we got succession. When was the last like modern revival unit that we got?
Last, honestly, it might have just been Rev Jita.
Napita.
Not Vegeta, yeah, Nap and Vegeta. That was like the
Oh
last
yeah,
one.
yeah, you're right. Right before 6th anniversary. So that was the last modern unit that we got, and we saw how they were received. Like you don't see them guys in the meta at all. And even if we did, now we got Zenkai units to kind of plus up or plus one over these revival units. So maybe we'll
Hmm.
get some anti comeback or anti succession at some point to help power creep. But it looks like all the other older units that have the text that gives additional buffs when a unit revives, like the transforming the transforming Vegito Blue. I mean, not Vegito Blue, transforming Super Vegito. I believe he gets buffs when killing a revive unit, right?
The one we just got from Fest?
Yeah, the one we got from Fest.
No, I don't think he does. No.
No, wait, the fusing Super
Oh, the
Vegito.
Annie one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Annie.
Annie one does.
Yep.
The fusing Super Vegito from Anniversary. Yeah, he has an anti-revive effect.
Yeah. So like literally they drop Nat Vegeta and then they drop that unit saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna plus one over you," and you even have 1 month to survive. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they continue to evolve with this, but I do enjoy the fact that their stats are pretty even, so you can build them however you want, either strike or blast. What it looks like.
Yeah, that's like the big thing to me is that they're basically meant to be mostly this like revival unit that's going to. They're essentially a mod. They're just Rev Gita,
Mm-hmm.
revival Pycon and Super Gogeta. That's really what they are. They're. I don't have anything to truly praise about them,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have anything to actually hate. I think obviously like post like succession, I think the trunks can actually like hit some really good damage numbers. But
Mm-hmm.
nothing that makes me say like, wow, this is a nuke. It's like, nah, that's pretty good. They themselves, I'm like, wow, they're not complete walls, but like, hey, they're pretty bulky. Like they just do things in a general sense just well. And I think that's the big thing for them is that they just do things in a general sense well. One thing I don't like though is that I can't 100% confirm this, but based on how it reads, I don't think it's gonna. I think this is how it works. So Gohan is blue,
Mm-hmm.
Trunks is purple. Once you succeed, once the succession happens, Trunks becomes blue. If you are Zenkai buffing them with a purple Zenkai buffer, they will have that until succession. And I think at that succession point, they would lose that purple Zenkai buff. And the reason for that is that similar to because their game treats it in a similar way to fusing with the synchro gauge that they keep the tags they had regardless of what happens. They share the same tags before and after. That's why even after Trunks has succession, he still has Sun Family.
I
So
see.
he still keeps the Sun Fam tag, but he changes his color. I think there's a chance he loses the purple, and that would essentially mean that like if you're gonna Zenkai buff these guys, it's better to keep them with a blue Zenkai buffer. But I could be wrong. But to me, that's the current way it reads.
Okay. Well, we'll have to test that out because I went and testing because I pulled the unit and got them to like I guess 3 stars, and then I got lucky with another pull. I did a test with the purple HP buffer General Tao, not in the leader slot, just to see the differences between if the HP buff stays the same or not, and it looks like it does. Now, I also noticed as well, there's a feature in game to check the actual details of when they're getting buffed. If you have like a team set, like you're trying to build a team or whatever, and you see on the top section where it says boost information, preset, or details, you can actually click details and select the unit and see what Z abilities apply to the unit even after succession. So it'll show like the Gohan button, the Trunks Youth button, and then the succession button, and you can scroll down and see if the Zenkais apply or not. From what it looks
Mm.
like, it still keeps the purple Zenkais, but there might be additional testing needed if that's a glitch or not. But from what it sees in the system, it looks like they keep it from what I see here. So it's definitely interesting on how they play out. I guess they're
How do you
still.
see that again? Hold on, let me see this.
Yep. Go to characters
Yes.
and party formation. And
Okay,
if
party formation. All
yep.
right.
So like you're setting
Characters,
up your
party
need,
formation.
like you're setting up your team. If you go to boost information, you see the buttons on the top, presets and details. If you
Hmm.
click details, a new window will pop up and you can like see all the Z abilities that apply to the character, pre and post transformation if they're transforming units. And if you select the Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks, you'll see the button where it says Gohan. There's another button that says Trunks Youth. And then there's another button that says After Succession that just shows like the Super Saiyan Trunks. And you can scroll down to see all the buffs that still apply. And for what it looks like, the purple still counts.
I just asked someone and they confirm who has the unit and they confirm they keep the purple Zenkai buff. So ignore everything I said and you're good. You're good Zenkai buffing them. I'm glad it's that way. I was worried that was gonna be like an oversight by the devs that they missed.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
I mean, we're testing the game before they do because some of the units they be dropping, it look like they don't even test their own shit. So
they really don't, bro. So if that's the case, then like if you're running them on a future team, like a great Zenkai buff for them, especially if you're trying to go more strike based, is like Rose and Sword of Hope.
and I believe also the new Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that just got a Zenkai, the range one. I think he also buffs Purple Future too, right?
Yep, and he's a blast. He's a blast one instead.
Yep, look at that. So it looks like based on their colors, they really got some optimal like benches, especially on Future that they can utilize. But we'll have to see what kind of team cons some creators and other Legends players decide to come up with, since this unit seems pretty versatile on like how you're able to make them. But let's go ahead and move on to you, Desla, because I know you went and summoned for this unit too, right? How many stars you got this Trunks Gohan?
God, I'm chilling at 7 right now, and ideally before the end of the month, I have him at 9.
You lucky bitch.
You better believe it.
Look at that. Well, I gotta hear your take on him. Like, what do you think of these guys? Are these guys like gonna be written off in a month, or do you feel like they're gonna be around for quite some time?
Around for quite some time. They're essentially Omega Shenron, but for hybrids in future. So as you saw with how Omega aged, I mean, almost like pretty much tier list ever since he dropped anniversary. I mean, he was always like just lurking there in top 10 for months after he dropped. So I think the same thing will happen for this, even more so because this is actually better in a sense to where obviously for one they're a tag while Omega isn't, and then two, ideally here later on in the future we're able to actually have blue feel like a better color to use. So when that time does come, at that point they'll actually be able to perform a lot better than they even do right now, if we obviously get the appropriate colors that we need to be strengthened anytime soon. But again, as far as how I feel about them right now, I would definitely confidently say that they are arguably top 5, just period.
Ooh.
And currently, their best setup by a mile is them on hybrids with Go Tanks and Beast Gohan. That comp, dude, it's the freest thing of all time. I legit would have to go out of my way to lose matches using that shit. So very fun to use, very fun. But no, overall, I'm a very big fan. I mean, this is easily the best looking unit we've ever got in the game, period. You can bring up any unit you want. They still gap it. Not even close. And if this is the precedent they're going to set for this year, you better buckle the fuck up for anniversary in about a couple months here, man, because that is going to blow everyone away. I'll tell you right now.
Hey, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this one because after seeing what they decide to push the envelope with, like, Gohan literally died in game. You transform, you win, and you holding Gohan's dead body in the rain. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Isn't this a children's game? They really about to like pull heartstrings just to win. Like, people's gonna get emotional when it's like post Succession, last man standing, screaming, "This is for Gohan," and trying to win the match.
Oh my god, no. I mean, I'm cool with them, actually like bringing justice to it because that's arguably my favorite Super Saiyan transformation. Period. Honestly, like it still hits different to this day, bro. I don't know what to tell you. And I don't know. I'm very happy that we got that tag finally because I know that with some of the railings within the community that a lot of people are wanting this tag for quite some time. So I'm glad to see it's finally in the game. And if we are being honest for a moment, this isn't really a hot take, but it's just me being real. This unit gaps anything we just got of the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Still on Beast.
Oh, well, Beast,
yes.
Beast is Ultra, though. Like, well, are you talking
no,
animation-wise or kit-wise?
Yeah, animation-wise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah.
No, kit-wise, no. I'm talking like...
Is Daima Goku, still 2 months?
I
So
mean,
what?
I'd say Daima Goku can give you a run for your money.
No,
Hey,
not
I
even
think so.
close.
Look,
Do
I
you see
think
any
so.
environments changing with Daima?
Diamond didn't pull
No.
my
You got me
heartstrings.
there. You
Okay,
got me there.
Exactly. So
like
no, I'm sorry. They gap anything we got this last major celebration, by the way. So yeah, that's a really sad sight. But again, if this is the bar they're gonna set this year to, they better fucking deliver. That's all I can tell you.
that's crazy. What if they flipped the script and like had this as like the opening LF unit for part one?
I'm fine
Like
with it.
that'd have been crazy. But from a kit per kit perspective, I see that they're doing a lot of good things here. Like for example, the endurance nullifying blue card. Unfortunately, it's not cancelable. So if they buff whites on blues, they can still survive. But post succession, that Trunks blue card, which is a range blue card, nullifies endurance. How powerful do you think that is?
I mean, I've had it consistently one shot when I hit people with it.
And no one
It
expects
hits
it.
really hard. Yep. So I'm telling you, when blues get in a better spot and we start to have like more of a stronger presence from purples finally, so that
Hmm.
blues can flourish, I'm telling you, man, this unit is only going to get better.
I see that. And the way that the unique gauge works reminds me of like the ultra yellow Kid Buu, where when the gauge is full, you get like the draw card art speed and all the additional buffs. And then it looks like when you get hit, you gain 20% HP and some other additional buffs take place. So, if you do a cover change with them and it stops a combo and they got full gauge, I mean, that gives you the heal. You do lose the double card arch speed, but they still got, the +1 that cannot be canceled at battle start, which is, always nice to have. And then using the green card, being able to charge a unique gauge up by 70%. I mean, you can't sleep on that. That's always good to see. But I've noticed, though, there's no power down in their kit. Do you think the devs are stepping back on like giving units the best offensive and the best defensive capabilities, or are they only saving those for like the top premium ultra units?
I'll be completely honest with you. I think the route they're going is actually more to be seeing their stat spread because their offenses for what should be a more damaging unit are actually pretty low,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and their defenses are stupid. Like, I mean, very good. So I think if anything, if they had power down on top of those stupid defensive stats, they would never see succession.
That's
That's the
true.
problem. So I think that I'm honestly okay with them not having it because they already have stupidly good allies backing them up that can stall if they need to, if in case you want to have them linger about until 80 counts of elapse for their full damage, which is more than possible when you have the best protector on planet Earth, Beast Gohan, just waving his hand, going, "Hey, click that rush button. I dare you." Like it's gonna go really well for you. But no, overall, I mean, I literally have no qualms with them. They're a very fun unit, animation wise, literally the best we've ever seen this game. Period. And just where was this creativity during the Legends Fest we just had? That's all I can ask.
I don't know, man. Was that Toshi's last hurrah and like all of the like new stuff? This is the new developer, the new manager that's doing all this. I don't
If
know.
it's the new one, that I'm not missing Toshi anytime soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Toshi
Hey,
kick
listen.
rocks.
Well, it's not that like he's the new manager because Toshi is still managing. It's just he's now the one that's going to be in charge of reveals.
That's true. Yeah.
Toshi is essentially taking a backseat when it comes to being a spokesperson for the community
Okay. Well then,
to
I
the
don't blame
devs
him.
at
After
least.
this year, I mean, I really can't say that I'm surprised because this is one of the worst years this game's ever seen. But whatever.
At least they can follow up with one of the best years. It sounds like that's what we heading into.
Anything is better than last year. So yeah, let's hope
Dang.
so.
All right. Well, then, what about you, Opsto? Have you used the Trunks and Vegeta or Tom Hanks yet, or have you just been
Fuck
sitting?
no.
Dang. But don't you have them though?
I do. They're 7-star. I'm not fucking using them.
Android main to
You
the
know what?
death.
Well, hold on. You know what he's got to use like a hybrid unit. You know he's got to use one.
I know.
It involves succession, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be 16 and Gohan, and I'm gonna want to kill myself running them.
Yeah, you gotta use them then. Use those filthy mutts.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
have.
gotta
Yeah, I'm
use
gonna
them.
have
Put them
to.
right on your team. You gotta use them a lot because I guarantee you, a Gohan, they're not gonna miss with a Gohan.
They're
No,
not.
they're
So
fucking not.
yeah, I can't wait to see that. I sincerely hope that not only does that come out, but it shafts you, so it's hard to
Dang.
get them.
Wishing bad luck on him? Like that's
Of
toxic,
course I
bro.
do. I mean, bro, he doesn't like the mutts. The mutts gotta bite back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dang. Well, hey, I hope you got good luck, and I hope you use them for a long time, and maybe you'll become a
I
hybrid
hope they
ranger.
don't come out until like year 15.
They'll come out this year.
It's coming this year.
5th anniversary. Yeah.
Prepare for that. It's on the way. Oh man. But what I will say about this overall unit though, like have you gone against the Gohan Trunks ops though? Or
Yeah.
what do you think of their overall like tanking capabilities and such from the other end?
It's fine, I guess. I mean, the vast majority of Gohan's or Trunks's I've run into have been like 3-star, so it's hard to say.
Yeah. We'll probably see more stars on them probably within the next couple of weeks or so as people like gain more CC and get lucky and either star them up or use Z power to get them a little bit more tanky. Well, for me, I've had so much fun using this unit. I did a summon video, so for the listeners, you want to go ahead and check that out. It's on my YouTube page right now. But I was able to get them up to 7 stars, just pumping them up with some more additional Z power. Pause. And these guys, man, they hit. And I'm using them on Future with transforming Vegito Blue and transforming Goku Black. And I gotta say, hey, listen. Hey, this unit, the Gohan Trunks, is the perfect protector for Goku Black. Because you know the biggest fear for Goku Black is Daima Goku. And you know who bends Daima Goku over? Gohan Trunks. So I haven't had 0 issues because I was using Beerus before, just memeing and shit, getting all the way up to like top 3K memeing with this character. But listen, this unit, that's it. You can't rush them because 2 out of the 3 remove buffs on rushing. Even if you do succession, baby, we about to pop a range blue card and nullify your old existence.
Oh, who?
The Trunks Gohan, like post succession, their blue card nullifies
Oh,
endurance.
there's. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to glaze Rosé's blue
No,
card. I
no,
said,
no,
hold
no.
on now.
Okay, I see. He's just the tank now. The Rose is
And he's
dedicated
barely
to
that.
Hey, when you use his look, the 2 units they provide green cards both on switch in. That's exactly what Rose needs.
Why would you waste so many good cards on a lesser unit?
But he's not a lesser unit though. I'm trying to help
Yes,
y'all
he
see the
is.
vision.
I can't wait until future Gohan Zenkai's in a week and
I'm
you're
being
never
so
gonna use him
serious
again.
when I say I have more faith in me going on an ultra banner right now and pulling the unit twice in one multi than Rosé tanking.
My goodness. See, y'all just
I
got
literally listen. If Rosé has haters, I'm one of them. If there's 10, I'm one of them. If there's 1, it's me. If Rosé got no haters, I'm dead.
hang. Well, the world is, it's like everybody hates Chris, except now it's everybody hates Goku Black. One day, mark my words, as Future gets round up and as time progresses, when people start running Future with this Truhan, as people calling him, I'm telling you, y'all gonna revisit Goku Black and be like, you know what? This team actually cooks. Goku Black is
That'll
actually
only happen if his kit gets entirely reworked.
the
And gets a
rework.
massive plat. He needs a plat. He dead needs like a Gaku type of plat.
The
All right.
bare minimum you should have had is how his kit read before they like updated it because they fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
pre-transformation.
literally,
Yeah,
I don't.
he sucks. But
Like
his base form
if
is
his
ass.
gauge just like honestly, if his gauge just constantly cycled every single time it filled up, he'd be perfect.
That's how it read when like before they patched it, which that's what we saw like on the website when they
And we're
released his
like,
kit
wow, that's a
details.
great design.
well,
And they were like, I forgot what year he came out in. Let's fix that.
damn. Well, who knows? Maybe they readjust it, or hashtag buff Goku Black, just like hashtag buff Gaku. If that shit worked for Gaku, that shit might work for Goku Black. So all y'all that want that Goku Black buff, go ahead and start the trend, and maybe in 6 months we'll see a platform. Trust.
Gonna see 3 whole posts about it by the time anniversary happens.
Hey, 3 times 100. Wow, it's gonna happen. We're gonna start the trend. Well, I'm gonna start the trend. I already started a couple weeks ago, so we gonna see. But I mean, overall, back to this Truhan. He's doing a lot of great things. I see how the devs are kind of taking a step back of giving like the best defensive capabilities and the best offensive capabilities all in one unit, which I'm happy to see. It allows other units to have specific roles to do good on those roles. And allow team building to exist versus just running the top 3 best units in the game that does literally everything. So I'm curious to see if they're going to continue on with that trend, or maybe they just decided to not give the units those different type of abilities. But with the healing that they're doing, the unique gauge working as it does, which feels nice with the double card draw art speed, the nullifying endurance on the blue and post succession range blue card, which seems pretty strong. I see this unit staying within the meta for at least a couple of months, unless we drop some other green or yellow to obliterate them or something. But again, we'll see. But that ends the whole Trunks and Gohan breakdown. Now, with these 2 units coming out, it was also coded in the update that it's considered Legends Fest. On our previous episode, we did provide an update or overall ranking of Legends Fest just from part 1, part 2, part 3. And Opso did make a point saying, hey, they could drop an after party, which voila, it looks like they did. I'm going to go around the room and see what you guys think. First, we'll start off with you, Opsto. Does this change your overall ranking for Legends Fest, or is it still consistently the same?
This feels so much better than anything that was actually in the real Legends Fest, that if it just feels so far removed. Where everything that came before, of course, part 1, that was a stinker.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone hated that. Nobody liked it, rightfully so. Part 2 rolls around. Diamond was cool. If I wasn't an Android main, I would have summoned. But everyone hated more Boo Saga.
Mm-hmm.
And then part 3 came around, and while Beast Gohan is an actually really good release for some reason, even though his name is Gohan, they made him yellow, so everyone hated that.
Mm-hmm.
But this release is with Truhan and 18 is so far removed from Fest that it's really hard to group them. So for me, I'm not gonna group them together, even though they technically are. Because again, it does feel like something changed in management, where they were like, "Hey, yo, let's actually do something good for once."
You think management walked in and said,
"We
"New
had
year, new
4
me"?
months of straight ass. Let's do something good."
That's funny. You think they walked in the office and said, "New year, new me. Let's go ahead and drop the bangers now"?
Maybe.
Well, all right. So the overall ranking stays the same. What about you, Glow? Does this change your overall ranking perspective?
Fest went from ass to mid.
Damn.
Part 1 and 2 were handled so badly that I think part 3 was like, yeah, this is cool. This finally we got something hype. And this one, while this is solid, essentially part 3 and the after party kind of neutralized or even trying to match how bad the first 2 were handled.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're pretty much at a net 0.
Okay. So it went from straight ass to, all right, you're 5 out
It's
of
all
10.
right. You're like a 5 out of 10.
Gotcha. And then what about you, Desla? Did your overall ranking change for Legends Fest?
Hell no.
Still the
Not
same?
at all. No, because it's the same thing that Opsto said, where this is almost a month removed from when we got Beast in the first place. So it's cool.
Dang.
Thanks, man. I don't know. It would have been cool if we could have gotten this during Fest, because this would have gapped anything we got in terms of a hype factor there. But oh well, it is what it is. But,
imagine if we got them instead of 3Q.
That you literally. How do you bitch about part 2 then?
Exactly.
I'm so serious. You can't
Literally,
do it.
You take out 3Q, put them. It's like nobody has a problem.
And if anything, that just blatantly gaps part 1.
Yeah.
Period. I'm not even there's no discussion to be had about that. But no, unfortunately, again, Fest was so fucking mishandled before part 3, and even then, 3 is the safest pick of all fucking time. So I'm not gonna be giving them their flowers or anything like that. If they had balls, they would have dropped 4Q. They didn't have balls, but it is what it is. But no, it is what it is. Just unfortunately, man, 2024 wrapping up. One of the worst years this game we've ever seen, but hopefully, like I said before, that this unit we got for Trunks and Gohan is a precedent being set that they are getting their shit together, and this might be one of the best we've seen. We'll see though.
We'll see. Well, for my overall ranking, I'm gonna just lay everything that we got out. So for part 1, we got transforming Vegito Blue. We've also got transforming Goku Black. I know everybody hates him, but I actually enjoy him. We also got the Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta from the future, which is arguably something that people have been wanting for quite some time. We got
He was the best release of Part 1.
He really was. Also, Sword of Hope Plat too. Sword of Hope Plat that made people happy. Also, the free to play Vegeta that we also got, which sounds like people enjoyed. I'm gonna skip the purple free to play Trunks because that unit was complete hot garbage. I'm not even gonna even mention that. And then also for Part 3, we've got the safe option, which was Ultra Beast, bunch of raids, bunch of CC, bunch of LFZ power, which as you guys can see, it was easily stacked up. We got the Daima stuff. That was pretty cool for any Daima lovers. We know it wasn't the hype to carry the Legends Fest, but hey, it's cool representation. Hopefully they'll build in hype and they decide to, provide some additional support for them to make them meta relevant. But then also with the after party, because if people are going to count Omega, we got to count this Transformer or the Succession Trunks Gohan. And I got to say, this blew everything out of water for me. So I would say before after party, I put it at mid because Ultra Beast and all the free LFZ power and the transforming, future Gaki units that we got, since I do enjoy the tags. For me, it went from 5 to a solid 6.5. So, but again, future definitely got the biggest glow up here. Bunch of great units. Daima also got a glow up. Fuck Majin Vegeta. Fuck Majin Buu Saga. But if you guys do made them, hey, more power to you. I just don't like the tags. I apologize for the language. But I mean, overall, I think it was pretty all right. And then with all the LFZ power that we got, you can stack that up and save for any other units that decide to come out if you took all the events and use up the events. So I think that kind of wraps it up. Now, moving on to Dragon Ball related news. As you guys know, earlier the Battle Hour was canceled, and they did mention that they're going to start releasing some more information on the social media pages on news and updates related to the corresponding Dragon Ball events. They were supposed to have the finalists tournaments for the Dragon Ball fighting games. Since now that got canceled, I'm very curious on what they're going to do going forward for those events, if they're just going to host them online or if they'll maybe possibly reschedule Battle Hour. Maybe that's a possibility. We'll have to see what they decide to drop going forward. But also we've got the new Daima episode as well, and it seems this is going to be a kicker. So, when you guys get a chance, definitely check it out. We've also got the dub Dragon Ball Daima episodes that is also available starting last week. And I believe they're about 12 weeks behind, 8 to 12 weeks behind, somewhere on that. So if you want to just stick to the dub version, I'm going to do that and just watch it as it comes. But for all those ones that like to listen to it sub, please feel free and keep it spoiler free. But that wraps up this week's episode. Again, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. The handles will be in the description box below. Also, definitely check out the Twitch channel and also Glow's Twitch channel as well. Check out my YouTube channel where the episodes will be at, along with Spotify. Those will also be on there. And also, I'm trying to do some additional content on there, such as gameplay and also summon videos for tags that I actually enjoy. So if you guys want to give that a view and a positive rating if you see fit, by all means, have fun. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week.
See ya.
See ya.